Hey, chat, we're doing something different. This is just a quick bonus test stream. We're testing something out. See, we've got a lot of board games that I figured we might want to check out every once in a while. It's been on my list since we started streaming to do these. And then we also have a couple that arrived that need unboxed. And I actually have one here that I don't remember what it is. So I thought, well, we'll just box it or unbox it right now on stream. And give it a shot and see what it is and see what it might have inside of it, because we don't know. We don't know what we have in there. So I don't know. We'll try it. I'm gonna go to the stream. There's the box. Look, there's my hands on the box. This is probably not a great angle, but we're just trying it out. We're just seeing what we can do, and we've got a knife that we're gonna open. We're gonna open our box and we're gonna see what's in here. So I don't know how many of you guys are into board games. This is probably not the preferred method to get into them. It's very difficult. I have to try to not hit the microphone while we're opening it. That's the difficulty, right? So I'm not working with a lot of space here. I should probably get a better way to hold this camera. There should be a better way to hold it. But oh wait, you know what? I'm remembering what this is now. Okay, I forgot what it was, but I am remembering, and it's not one that I can give a review of because I've never played it. I've never played this game, so we can just look real quick. Let's see what it is. Oh, we're hitting the microphone. We're hitting the camera. Making a lot of bad choices. Oh, look at all those characters there. We got a lot of minis. This is super appropriate for us to have uncovered on stream, because it is not only is it board game related, it is video game related. See, what we are opening here is the board game version of Worms, the video game. That's right. They made a board game out of Worms, the video game. So we ordered this, I guess, from Amazon at some point. I guess I should make sure I don't dox myself by putting my address on stream, huh? I think I did that successfully. I think the address is not visible. So let's get rid of that. We'll get the box out. There we go. An unintentional crotch shot there. Here we go. Worms. The board game, chat. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. This is what we're doing. We're unboxing. It's apparently a collector's edition. How about that? Who knew that there even was a collector's edition of Worms, the board game? I don't know what that means. I don't know what makes it different. I don't know if it's the miniatures or something that's in there. But we are going to quickly undo this. This is the least interesting angle, right? Oh, here we go. We take off some of this plastic, ruining. The trick is not to damage our cool gaming table, right? That's the trick. The trick is not to damage the gaming table while we're unboxing something. So, here we go. We've got this up. This isn't bad for a test to see how it would work to do an unboxing or a video game review on this table, right? You can still see me on the screen. I got my little face cam up there, and we got this. Hey, Nadine. Thanks for joining us. This is just a quick stream. We're not spending a lot of time. We're testing out what it would look like to unbox a board game on stream, or to review a board game on stream. So this is a board game that's based off a video game called Worms. And in the video game, you take control of a team of worms to fight another team of worms, and it's like a 2D side scroller kind of thing. So let's see what's in this. Let's see what's in this. We'll open it up. Okay. We got some ads here. We got some ads for Dungeon Saga Origins, a 2 to 5 player board game I've never heard of, and Kings of War Ambush, also never heard of. We've got the Worms instruction manual, which has all of our instructions on it, which I won't bore you all with now. But I will tell you, if we're going just on art alone, like Worms, it always wins, right? It has great character art. Oops, I'm not putting this in camera, am I? It has great character art. The games are they're fun. They're silly. They look great. This is telling us about some stuff that comes in the collector's edition. Contains a number of utility cards. Ah, okay. Oh, now this is my favorite part of unpacking a board game, guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but I call this popping the pieces. See that right here? Let's do it on camera. Here we go. We just kind of put a little pressure. Ooh, we get a piece just like that. Just like that, chat. We've got some of our land that we're building. We're going to pop another piece. Let's see. I wonder if you can hear that whenever Can you hear the pop? I can't tell if you hear the pop. But there is a nice sound whenever you when you pop the cardboard out. It's a nice sound. It's cathartic. I oftentimes on a stressful day, I'll have saved a board game that I want to pop or sleeve. So the sleeving is sleeving the cards. We would pop out. These look really cool. Like all the land and stuff. It looks like the game. There's a little spaceship right here. I don't know if I got that on. Yep, see, there's a little spaceship. A little crash spaceship. Popping out the land. Pops out very easily. This cardboard gets recycled later. This extra stuff. We've got all these big land pieces we're taking out. We got this one. There's a lot of interesting stuff. We got some looks like some damage tokens and fire tokens, water tokens maybe. Holes that might fall through. Break these down. So we got that. It's not real loud. That makes sense. You know why? It's not real loud in real life, Nadine. The pop. By the way, for the VOD later, Nadine was saying that they can hear the pop, but it's not real loud. It isn't real loud in real life, and also it's happening behind the microphone. And this is a directional mic, so I'm like, if I pop it on this side, it probably sounds a little bit louder. But then you're looking at nothing on the screen. See? Here, we can do this real quick. Real quick, we'll just go to the face cam. See, we're doing this. We're popping. I bet you that sounds much neater. We got all that. Yeah. Whoa, we don't want to lose a piece. We almost lost a piece. But back to the face cam. Back to the whole cam. See, like that. And then we're left with this empty cardboard. Oh, wait, look, we missed a piece right here. Don't want to lose a piece. Don't worry, I always check through these before I throw them out in the garbage later. I always go through and make sure there isn't anything we missed popping. We've got some water tiles here, it looks like, which is kind of cool. Places to sink. And on the other side, pink water? I don't know what that is. Doom water? What is that? I don't know. I'll have to figure out the camera setup. I would love you need to see the camera setup I have to try to get this shown. It looks a little ridiculous. It's like the camera is hanging off the same arm boom mic that the microphone is, which doesn't really work, chat. It needs its own stand probably to make this effective, to make this work well. Uh-oh. I can hear other things happening in the other room. Let's see. We've got another piece there. We've got, I don't know. This is like a timer, it looks like, over here. So I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure I even got it in camera. We're just popping pieces now. But yeah, so this game is, you know what the board game does not do, which every good board game usually does. So this is already a knock against it. Doesn't have player count on the side. It really should. So when I look at it on a shelf, I can go, oh yeah, that's my 2 to 5 or my 1 to 4 player. I think this is a 4-player game. If I remember correctly, it goes from up to 4 teams controlling their worms. The video game usually goes up to 6 at least, unless you're talking about the massively multiplayer version that they recently came out with that sucked, which was, a lot of people online. So it was more than 6. But usually you can have up to six teams with a certain, like up to maybe like 8 worms on them. You know what? We don't need to keep unpopping all of these. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look what we uncovered below. Here, I was going to say we don't need to do it, but then there's only 2 more pages. 2 more cardboards left, so we might as well just pop them out. There we go. We hit the microphone, make a lot of noise. My bad. We got that one. Oh, geez, my goodness. We're making noises now, huh? All right, we got these ones out. Pop everything out real quick. Doing it speed popping. Oh, no, we lost one. We lost one, chat. We didn't lose it. It went into the box, so it's fine. But this is some of the fun. This is actually a part of the board game hobby that if you're not a board gamer, you may not think of as something that's enjoyable. But it's something that I really look forward to. I should really talk towards the mic. You probably didn't hear me when I looked away. But the popping out of the cardboard, the sleeving of the cards later for protectivity, all of those really something that we look forward to. Oh, look, the blue on the back has pink. Did you see that there? Yeah. Has pink on the back. So that's definitely some sort of status effect or different land effect. I'm not sure. Let's see. Unpack all these waters real quick. We've got, I saw a super sheep there. Look at that. Super sheep is a weapon in the game you can use. In the video game, means you can control it and fly it around and fly it into the other team's worms where it explodes. So I don't know if it's just set dressing here or if it does actually do serve a similar function. Let's see. So we've unboxed, we've unpopped all the cardboard pieces. And then what does the rest of the game come with here? It looks like it's got, okay, we've got to figure out how to get this plastic cover off, this protective cover. There's one. There might be more than one there. No, maybe not. Maybe, well, actually, I can't tell. So we've got reference cards, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like reference cards. We would get those out. A bunch of plastic barrels and crates. And mines. There's mines there. None of them painted. We would have to paint those if we wanted them to be colorful. I have painted some things before. I'm not great at painting, so a lot of times I leave them unpainted for fear of making them worse than they were as their base colors. We've got these little pieces that go around the base. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see like 6 colors there. There might be. Maybe this game does go up to 6 players, just like the video game. That would be interesting. But here's what people usually want to see, right? Well, we've got some dice for the game. I guess this is roll to do your damage or attack. You got some cards for the game. We would go through. Nuclear bomb is an example, right? That's an example of a card you get. Place a water hex on a land hex that contains no worms. Place a supply crate in the emptiest hex. Change the wind direction. In the video game, the wind affects your weapons. Like, if you fire into the wind, it doesn't go as far. So it sounds like they've incorporated that wind effect somehow into the board game. Let's see what else we got here. I'm not opening the cards yet. But let's see. This one says surrender. Which it looks like it says, when this card is drawn, place it in front of yourself. End of your next turn. If a team has been eliminated, the game ends immediately. Otherwise, this game ends in a draw. Oh. That sounds like it comes at random, which I don't really like. I'm not sure how that would work in the mechanic of the game, but let's look at the things that everybody really likes to see. The miniatures, right? So we've got worm with a bazooka. Let's see if I'm in the right focus length for that, chat. Yeah, it looks like pretty good. Worm with a bazooka there. And then we've got a worm with a baseball bat. Look at that guy. He's got a pretty angry looking face. And then we've got worm with pistol. Worm with pistol. Look at that. He's right there. Creepy. They're supposed to be silly and fun, Nadine. They're supposed to be silly and fun. We've got worm carrying a mine as if it were a cake. It's like he's carrying it like it was a cake. Like it almost looks like a cake under a cloche. Is that what that's called? Like the cake holding thing? Is that a cloche? That's what it looks like. And then the last figure we've got is the worm with a shotgun. Classic worms mechanic. You can see his little. So a cool thing about worms, their arms aren't connected to their hands aren't connected to their bodies because worms don't have hands or arms, right? But they still needed some way, so they do illustrate them with arms, like little floating hands that don't attach. And you can see that represented here on this shotgun. When I turn it over, he has a hand at the end of the shotgun that is just kind of like floating there. It's not attached to the rest of them. That's how they get around the whole worms don't have hands thing. Oh, and we've got, it looks like a first player marker, which they're using a coin for. Let's look at that. Look at this. This is part of the collector's edition. You've got the worm grave on one side, and you've got the worm of victory on the other side, celebrating. Yeah, celebrating. Wow. Right? You've got him real excited. I can't do a worm voice. They have these really high-pitched voices in the game. Here we go, sir. Looks like, oh my goodness, we have more underneath. I didn't even see, chat. What else have we got here? Anything, are these different or are these the same? Oh my goodness, they're different. Look at this. We've got a worm with like a flintlock pistol, and he's got colonial wig hair. Oh, I put it up too high. There we go. But so he's got like, it's Hamilton. It's the Duel, right? It's the Duel. I was listening to Hamilton soundtrack today when I was picking up my kid from her camp. We've got a worm with a grenade. He looks kind of scared. Looks like, oh no, he looks angry. Okay, he looks angry. We've got a worm with an Uzi. A MAC-10, straight out of, what was it? Straight out of, I was thinking Counter-Strike. I haven't seen that represented in many games since Counter-Strike, honestly. We've got a worm with a cell phone. I don't know what that's about. What's he calling in? An airstrike, maybe. Airstrikes were a big part of the video game. We got worm with 2 sticks of dynamite. Look at that guy. Look at that. Okay. And we got, this guy's got something going on. There's a special guy over here. What's this guy do? Oh, a worm with a teleportation device, maybe? And he kind of looks like the worm's version of Albert Einstein. He's like their scientist worm, right? Okay. We got that. We've done all the grenade. We showed the grenade guys. Oh, you know what we have here? We have a worm with welding torch. Dig through to other areas. Build things. Wearing his welding mask. Pretty cool. And not least so far is we've got a sheep. Sheep are a big part. They're a weapon in this game. You can use sheep to send them at your enemies and then they explode. So we've got, actually this is a super sheep. I can see he's got a cape on the back. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it is there. I don't know if that detail's coming through. It looks like there might be another layer here, chat. Then my goodness, there is. We have some characters, they've bounced out of their casing, but we've got a number. Oh my, I think every one of these is actually different. I think every one of these is slightly different. All right, not everyone is different, but most of them are. So first we've got worm with a grappling hook. Looking kind of smug. Then we've got worm with a banana. Banana bomb in this game was always devastating. You would throw it and it would split into other big bananas and they would all explode and they were massive explosions. My kids have played the worm game with me. They really like it. So that's a worm holding a banana. And we got looks like a cowboy worm with a little 6-shooter. Oh, I'm holding it off the camera there. Look at that. And we've got, who's this? Who's this, chat? We got one more. Oh, let's see. We got to block this person real quick. I can never... You know what I don't know how to do? In, Here we go. We're going to... We're going to block this guy. Whoop. Block. Boom. I blocked that guy. Sorry about that, chat. We've got a disco, man. He's got... Ooh, I'm a little close. Let's get back out of that focus level. Disco. Revolver guy. And we've got another cowboy, but this guy has like a Gatling gun, a minigun, I think is what they would call that, with the bullets going around the back. Look at that, all the way around. And then our last couple guys here, and then we're gonna be this test stream will be over. We've got the guy with the flamethrower, looking like he's from World War I. Blackadder. What season of Blackadder is in World War I? I can't remember. There's one. It looks like Baldric wearing his hat. We got a guy with a Molotov cocktail. I guess I could center it more. Is this center? Ooh, I don't know. This is center, huh? Oh, I'm way off screen there. There you go. There's the center. But we've got a Centurion. Does he have a sword? Nope, it's just a Centurion. Looks like he's putting his hand up saying, I'm listening. I'm listening, chat. Always listening. There you go. And then we've got 3 more unique minis down here at the bottom. I don't think there's any... Oh my goodness. There are more after that. So we've got this art guy, or Scottish guy with a hat. We've got Pirate. Let's look at Pirate. Pirate Pete. Right here. And we've got a Kamehameha, like a Street Fighter explosion fist of flame kind of guy. See that? And this other guy is, let's see. Looks like a samurai. Oh, I don't have him in shot. My bad. Samurai. And then we actually have one more level down. A lot of these guys are repeats, so it won't take us as long to go through them, it looks like. But some of them are really big. Let's see here. We've got... This is a guy throwing a vase, or a vase, depending on how you say it. So we've got that guy there. And then we have a bunch of construction workers. You might be able to see them already as I pick them up with their girders. Very, very Steel City appropriate. Guys working on the steel beams and the girders. As a Pittsburgher, I've never done anything related with steel. Except for root for the Steelers. All right, we've got a guy throwing a sheep. He's picking up a sheep over his head to throw it at the enemy. That is a sheep being thrown by a worm. We've got the famous concrete donkey, a weapon that drops down and destroys everything below it. A huge donkey made out of concrete. And then we've got... What's this guy? A guy throwing... Looks like a bird. He's holding a pigeon on him. I don't know what this guy does. I don't remember him from the game. We've got... somebody shooting an arrow, like Robin Hood, dressed as Robin. A worm is dressed as Robin Hood. These might be like main player characters. You pick them to define your team. We've got a Viking worm, who's also singing an opera. We've got, looks like we've got Worm Pope here with the Holy Hand Grenade. A Monty Python reference nestled in a game about worms. And then the last guy we're showing off, looks like it's Jetpack Worm. There's his jetpack on his back, jetting through the atmosphere. So, like I said, we unboxed this because I couldn't remember what game it was. And then I started to remember as we unboxed it. So I haven't played it before, so I can't really give a review. But it looks interesting, and the miniatures are very cool. Probably try to give it a run at some point. Putting all of our little pieces back here, Chad, as we talk about it. But let's see real quick if I can get back to the gameplay thing. Here we go. Let's just find out. Let's just find out the question that I couldn't remember. It does play 5 to 6 players. How about that? So there, we figured it out. It plays up to 5 or 6 players. Basically just like the actual video game, which is pretty cool. Anyways, this was a quick try at an unboxing stream. We just did this real quick, nothing long. Although it did take us 30 minutes. It took me longer than I expected it to. I thought it'd take us about 10 minutes. But thanks for hanging out. Just trying something out. If you like this and you're on YouTube, a subscribe would be really helpful. If you liked it and you want to see stuff like this live, you can go to twitch.tv/Trozboz. We do video game playthroughs and hopefully some board game reviews and talk at some point. I don't know that that's going to pull in a lot of listeners, but we're going to do it anyways because it's something we're interested in. So, I guess that's it. That's all we've got for today. That's the end. We've got our D&D dice behind us. We've got Bart. We've got Batman. We've got our, wacky-a-do camera sitting here, being conspicuously in frame and giving us a weird view of the unboxing. We could make that look better in the future, probably. All right. That's all I have for this little bonus stream that we did at the end of the day. Thanks for joining me. Like I said, follow me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Trozboz, and follow me on YouTube at Slightly Clever, Mostly Stupid. Again, that's Slightly Clever, Mostly Stupid. Thanks for joining me again today. Thanks, Nadine, for being here for this little test run. Happy to have had somebody else here to kind of check it out.